What's up, witches? It's me, Cheyenne, aka the Lunar Priest. Today we are going into goddess messages. We're seeing what certain goddesses kind of show up from the Divine Feminine Oracle, and then we're moving into other Oracle, of course, and tarot cards, just to get a vibe of what these goddesses want you to know and what they might be assisting you, sending you messages, giving you clarity. And as always, this reading is supposed to be in your highest and best alignment. It's supposed to just provide clarity, guidance, love, support, all of those things. So if something doesn't resonate with you, you'll know, because it won't be exciting. It just won't resonate, and just leave it right where it is, because this reading is for a broad range of people, so sometimes not everything resonates. That being said, we're going to hop into the reading, but first, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, leave a comment letting me know which pile you chose, what resonated with you, like the video. Did I already say subscribe? Definitely subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to tell you, we have pile 1 with this really beautiful smoky citrine point. We have pile number 2 with the malachite, and pile number 3 with this really dazzling carnelian. So pick your pile, head to the description box below, click on the timestamp that corresponds with your reading, and we'll hop right into the video. What's up, pile number 1? Welcome to your reading. We have a plethora of cards that I've shuffled and placed into your pile, so we'll be seeing them for our first time together. But before we hop in, I always like to look at the crystal that corresponds to the pile that you chose. So we have this really beautiful smoky citrine here, and this is giving diamonds in the rough. It's giving, it's honestly, for some reason I heard like parental wounds and healing. So you are possibly somebody that struggled with a figure growing up, or somebody that you looked up to, or family life. Maybe you're someone who has come a really long way in your life on learning how to like parent yourself and make choices. I also just got a vision of like lights falling down, like you've experienced some pretty, oh my gosh, I don't know if the camera's picking up on that, but everything started like rumbling from, I don't know what that was. It's doing it again. I don't know what that is. It's like a train. I don't even think there's a train track. Okay, whatever. You're somebody who has experienced some pretty like deep pain, and I think that's what's coming to the forefront. Maybe you've had like some really gnarly change that you've gone through, or something that really hurt. It could be a heartbreak, it could be to do with your childhood, but I'm getting this like visual that you really aren't that person who experienced, no, you aren't the person who copes with it the way you used to have to cope with it. You've come a really long way. You've really like taught yourself how to change your perspective on life, and God, universe is literally saying, or goddesses that are in this pile are literally saying, like, you have this infinite path ahead of you, and the change that you've experienced, though it's monumental, it's nothing compared to what you're going to be manifesting. If you look at your life now and you look at the blessings and you think, wow, if I could go back and tell that person who was really struggling, like, to stick around and it gets better, like, take that level of change and like generosity and multiply it by like 1,000,000, and your future self is looking back and saying, if only you knew like how good it's going to get. And I'm not just like blowing steam. I'm not just like saying this stuff. Like, if you've watched my other readings, you know I'll get real. If something needs to be said, I'll say it. But I'm hearing like mercy. Mercy as a really beautiful construct that you are experiencing, because you have like this warrior soul. I've been like doing a lot of scrying exercises lately, and I feel like the psychicness always gets in front of the cards, like, and I'm curious to see the cards now, because I'm getting all these like psychic messages. We'll see what the cards actually say. But it's like you really had to go through so much, or you've really had to come so far, and that universal love that's bestowed upon you by allowing you to make drastic change and not ever be a victim to the external world. Like, you are a warrior, you are victorious, and you're only going further from here. And your power is so subtle sometimes that you have no idea the level at which, like, the whispers that you send and the things that you want will return. They are going to come back to you materialized. And on that same note, know that you're divinely protected from intrusive thoughts. Like, if you think something bad, or you think, like, when people are like, oh, don't think about this because you're going to manifest it, that's not applicable to you. So if you ever struggle with anxiety or like an impending sense of doom, you are in the clear. Nothing tragic or scary is like destined, you know? It's not like that anymore. And it is like, just keep staying on the right track and you're going to be amazed before you're like halfway through. So let's see what the actual cards have to say now that I'm done on that. I want to call it a ramble, but I think that was actually pretty good. So we have the Divine Feminine Oracle. These will have 2 feminine archetypes that are reaching out to you. Catherine Labor, the patroness of miraculous healing. I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. I feel like that really resonates with kind of what I was picking up on. Hopefully you can kind of get this envisionment of Catherine. She has like a picture of Mary Magdalene hanging from her finger, and she is wearing this hood and she's just cloaked in white gold. She's blushing, her eyes are very piercing, her features are sharp. I feel like this is like that goddess energy that was kind of reaching out when I was talking, is kind of like just this sense of awe that can happen when you really zoom out and look at where you've been and where you're going. Then we also have Anandamayi Ma, the joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. I love it. I love when it kind of resonates with like some of the vibes I was feeling. So we have your 2 cards, and I don't think I need to iterate too much. Also, I love that we have this Indian woman here, and I guess like a more like Scandinavian white woman. Like, the contrast in their appearance is really striking when I'm looking at them side by side, and I feel like that goes to show that, like, you know, the many faces of yourself and the many people we embody throughout our lives, like the faces of our life. Oh my god, what am I trying to say? The many like archetypes we will step into are also equally powerful and beautiful, and all have their roles and their parts, that they work together and build your character. And your experiences and the places you've been are all crucial to your knowledge, because I'm hearing service, because of the people you will inspire mostly. When others watch you, your children or family members or colleagues, friends, you are inspiring because you're able to grasp many lifestyles, concepts, ideas. You are made to be versatile, which is maybe why I was picking up on this extreme contrast of experiences. But I think the goddess archetypes here are kind of telling you, hey, that diversity isn't going to be bad and good anymore. And to really break that script and to solidify that belief of the diversity from here on out is for learning and excelling and success. The diversity is beautiful. It's balance. It's spreading yourself throughout things that you enjoy doing, because you have this power of choice now. You're free from bondage, I'm hearing. Maybe a toxic person, situation, addiction, living situation. Like, you're free. You're going forward. And if there are if there's a residue from past experiences you've been healing, and you're going to fully recover from that, and just stay open. The universe is so embodied through you. And I'm yawning, which of course means that's true. I'm just kidding. Okay, Star Code Astro Oracle. Midheaven, Pinnacle. Love this. Like, yes, Queen. Okay. The midheaven, though, is associated to your 10th house, the highest point of your astrology chart, your public status, the way you are recognized via wealth status. You're reaching the peak. Your peak is near. It's coming. You may have picked up on a scent that is going to lead you up that path. You may have an idea. You may have a move. Like for some of you, I think you're going to be moving. You're breaking away from the valley and headed upwards. And maybe you've already been doing that, but it's like you're closer than you've ever been, is what I'm hearing. And if this is about a job itself, trust that you being authentic and your past experiences don't define your level of success that you're capable of within that role that you're going to be playing. Like really go for it, just be honest, and you'll find that something that may be considered, not scandalous, but something that may be considered a fault or like a down period, oh my gosh, like those valleys are actually strengths that you have. That knowledge is important to what's headed towards you. Okay, we're moving on to the animal spirit by Kim Kranz. We have the bear. A lot of maternal, you're very much reparenting yourself. You're learning how to, again, rewire the way you look at yourself, the way you look at your experiences. You are the protector of your vision, your goals, and your manifestations, and you have the power to do that. I don't think I need to say much more. Then moving on to the Zen goddesses, what is it? Sacral Chakra Oracle. We have empowerment with this beautiful cheetah, and I just got a jaguar. It looks like a cheetah. Whatever you want it to be, it can be. Ah, I can't stop yawning. It's because I don't breathe. So yeah, I love that this is coming up. Like we have these traditionally feminine like predators here, right? Like we have the bear and the cheetah with empowerment. It's literally like in the dark, in the forest, in the jungle, in the unknown. Not only do you survive, but you quite literally succeed. You are a huntress. You're going after what you want and you're going to get it. Had to switch over my battery. So yeah, I think that really emphasizing the fact that we have these two very strong feminine animal totems showing up, it's like you are unstoppable. Once you've set your mind on this is mine, this is my birthright, this is what I came here to achieve, and this is what I must protect, the universe and these goddesses are on your side, and they are helping you, and they're letting you know that you're ready, that you're correct, and that you're headed for success monetarily, spiritually, on all levels. Job well done. Moving into the Moonology Oracle, we have first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. Okay, I think with the first quarter being here, it's like this idea that you have, or this thing coming into your life, this opportunity, this way of being, this lifestyle, this archetypal embodiment that is such a treasure that you've come into is just now developing. You're stepping in, you're seeing the rewards, you're getting some of those rewards, but it's about to get crazy, like crazy good. And I don't want to even expand on that or talk too much, because I think that that is the real message. That's a nice condensed way of looking at it. So moving into the She-Wolf Tarot, we have three different cards here. We have the Four of Cups ruled by Moon and Cancer, the Three of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, major heart opening here. First of all, when we have the Four of Cups and the Three of Swords sitting next to each other, I know that this has to do with, you know, in this depiction they have a woman who is in a glass box, and there are mountains and distorted things around her. So when the Three of Swords comes up, I always emphasize that the heart has been enchained, it has calcified, it has been punctured. Something has struck through it, in the sense of Okay, that was real. Something symbolic occurs in the Three of Swords that represents a level of hurt and suffering. And having that symbol also means, again, scar tissue, calcification, something that does not allow for growth, something that regenerates to a glass ceiling. There's a belief here that you have a ceiling above you. You have something that stands in your way. There is this idea that you cannot go further than X, Y, Z, right? No. Because in the Four of Cups, there is a glimmer of hope. The Four of Cups being ruled by Moon in Cancer. Four of Cups often has to do with, like, I almost call it like the hangover card, because it's like, it's such deep wisdom. There's so many emotions. The waters are dark to navigate. But the fact that the individual is tuning in on such a psychic level with that Moon in Cancer, it is so intuitive and psychic that it's hard to distinguish reality from emotion. So there is supporting evidence behind this glass ceiling. It hurts so much, you know, there is such a risk, there's such a fear of being let down because you've seen it happen before. But by the same token, this level of connection to the universe in the Four of Cups, this level of intuitively understanding everything and everybody is on your side. You can't be that divinely guided and connected without catching on to the good as well. So there's some healing that is taking place, and ultimately you are now picking up on what changes must be had internally and externally in order to be the person that you want to be. What are those changes? Get clear on them. I see it, like, get clear. Put sparkles around them. See them in your mind and paint them, you know, like scatter stars and sparkles around the thing, the feeling, and know that it is yours. Because you have, I want to say deserved. You've always deserved it, but now you have actually worked for it. It's ready. It's ripe. Keep going. A little bit of craziness goes a long way. A little bit of authenticity, realness, understanding, getting it out the mud is going to take you very far in this world. And what you've experienced is not for nothing. And it's not to leave you hanging at the end of the day feeling like you can't go as far as you want to go or get what you want to get. And if you don't know what it is that you're trying to get, it's coming very soon. And don't take it for granted if it begins as subtle confidence and subtle inspiration, because those things can ripple effect out into your world and lead you down unknown roads where you realize you are like the king, queen of that road, right? So you're coming out on top. There's victory ahead of you. And to close out your reading, we have a magical spell card, Imagination. Imagination sets me free, divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. And it's card number 41, equaling 5, which I love because in tarot, card number 5 is the Hierophant, ruled by Taurus, a very grounded, sage interpreter of religious texts, or a prophet, a seer, an oracle, that kind of archetype. So you're really going to be somebody that people can listen to and understand and learn from in the future. So I hope that this reading served you. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment, subscribe. It's a great way to do an energy exchange if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Bye. What's up, pile number 2? It's me. We're doing your reading. We have Tarot and Oracle here today. And I always like to start off our readings by looking at the crystal associated to your pile. We have this wonderful malachite slab here. I mean, immediately it takes me to Egypt. There's literally kind of like a cat shape to the slab as well, like a cat head with ears. You may be hearing some news. You may be getting an opportunity. You may have a lot coming your way, and not all of it is always to be trusted. You're going to be able to tell, usually right away, if something needs a little bit more time to simmer and sit with you before taking action. And if something does cause an emotional response right now, not to worry. Just hold off a second before you get more information to make a choice. And that's kind of the strongest message I'm getting, so I'm going to leave it there. Moving into the Divine Feminine Oracle, we're seeing which two major archetypes from this deck are reaching out to you right now. We have Sarah Lakali, Queen of the Outsiders. I've arrived. I am where I will always be in love. Beautiful. She has an anchor with a heart on her chest. She's wearing a really cool red jacket, a cloak. She has a really cool crown, wild curly hair. We love it. Whoa, the cosmic egg, the divine feminine. I hold the universe within me. I'm the force of an ever-expanding love. I love that. So there's like a new consciousness forming within you now. I think with the Malachite and the cosmic egg, you're very much onto something right now. And you're realizing that that thing that maybe made you weird or made you feel like an outsider, or that belief of being an outsider, is starting to work in your advantage. If you haven't realized that yet, it is. Your differentness, what makes you feel set apart, is a great asset in your world right now. And I think it will be developing very soon, whatever is coming your way. And you'll understand, like, okay, maybe I had this manifestation or that manifestation, but it led me ultimately to this, which is what was the golden thing maybe I was looking for. So to get a little bit more clarity, we have the North Node future from the Star Codes. Star Codes Astro Oracle. North Node is literally your guiding point. You know, you're born one way and you're working your way towards that archetype. So looking into what your North Node is in will really help you to see more about maybe what this reading could be guiding you towards. And I don't know why, but I'm hearing like there's some sort of movement, action, exercise, possibly getting it to move through your body via dancing or breath or something like that could really be beneficial at this time for you if that resonates. Because having some sort of motion-oriented meditation can help your mind bring forward things that usually when it's active it can't totally bring to your attention. Then moving into the Kim Kranz Animal Oracle, we have the shark. So we have this really powerful being who is very misunderstood, right? The shark has all sorts of fear bias towards it. And it's a water creature, it's a fish, it's something that not only survives but thrives in one of the most unknown alien territories in terms of the human experience, right? This is a creature that knows things that we will never know. And having it there with the Queen of the Outsiders and the cosmic egg makes me feel like you have a level of interest in something that other people don't see the silver lining in yet. Maybe you want to start up something, or I don't know, create something that seems like, wait, what does that have to do with anything? You want to talk about something, study something, be friends with somebody. You have some sort of interest that is going to be guiding you, and it's going to turn out very positive, possibly lucrative. And it's important to pay attention to what sets you apart is the biggest thing that I'm getting, because it's right now it's a seed in your mind, bringing it into the world. You have no idea what sort of flowers or fruit will come from that seed. So it's time very much to take action regardless of the fears you may have about how other people are going to see you. And of course that can show up in many ways, but I think this has a lot to do maybe with your work, or maybe you want to have children, or maybe you don't want to have children. Like one of those things that maybe societally or in your family is a little bit different. And going into that, big or small, whatever it may be, is going to lead you to something very important for your spirit's satisfaction. Getting a little bit more clarity from the Zen Goddess's Sacral Chakra Oracle, we have body comfort. And see, I felt that movement. And when I say to exercise, I'm not saying to change who you are, how you look. I was more thinking like getting into this zone of this is just me doing this, right? Like it's not about working out with someone or working out for a purpose, but it's those moments that you get in a yoga class, breath work, Pilates, running, swimming, whatever. It's those moments of, oh, I'm doing this, and flow state that we tap into where, again, our mind brings forth a little bit of information that could be useful to us. And this woman here is naked, roots are sprouting down into the flowers. It's like connecting more deeply with your sense of groundedness, with your sense of, I also see like, you know, you've gone really far on some planes. You have an otherworldly knowledge. You're very intelligent and intuitive in certain ways. And maybe it's time to simplify. And it's time to understand that, or integrate that you know yourself very well and you're very good at what you do and you have great ideas. Now it's time to just incorporate certain things into your daily routine that are going to allow for material change. And confidence is a major key point here. Keeping the confidence. Not just having confidence in certain groups or in certain scenarios, but remaining authentic in the way that your tone is, in the way that you speak, being okay with your quirks is going to go very far. And I think like that rest, rejuvenation, you know, moving your body, dancing, getting in touch with music, stuff that has no strain on the spirit per se, is going to help you to kind of incubate some of these ideas. Moving into Moonology Oracle, we have the full moon in Aquarius. Be real. Dude. Okay, Aquarius is, I want to bring this up because Aquarius, I always say, is like the weird genius of the astrology. They are the ones who have understood a variety of topics. Like, to put it into perspective, their opposite sign is Leo. We have like that axis running between them. Both the 11th and the 5th house, or Aquarius and Leo, are there to serve the public. Leo does it by standing on the stage, creating an experience and inspiring the hearts of others. Aquarius does it by sitting back, observing, learning, and getting interested in each individual. Meaning that they understand a variety of interests. They understand the most niche topics. They have something specific that they've gone very in depth that other people may not have gone as in depth into. And that is such a brilliant human being who can make others feel so understood and inspire people in such an original way, because it's like detached from expectation. It's detached from what's cool. It's like, no, this is interesting. This is evolutionary. Technology comes into play. Yes, there are alien concepts here within the Aquarius scope. And this coming up is like, there's the outcast, the shark, the North Node, being comfortable with who you are. You have something specific, or not, it could be broad, but you have something, some idea that needs action now, okay? Because it's going to serve people that you don't even know yet. And let's see if we can get some more clarity on what that is with the She-Wolf Tarot. The Queen of Pentacles, this thing is going to pay you. Yes, it's going to require patience, connections. It's going to require real work, real action, daily routine, patience, investment. But it will end up rewarding you. More will come back than what you gave. And it will be something that makes you feel so validated for who you are. Mercury. Okay, Mercury is the planet of communication and collaboration. Maybe there are others in your community who you already know who could help you, or who you know this thing that you're doing will benefit. As well as Geminis or Virgos. Gemini and Virgo people could be significant right now. And then we have the Six of Cups. This goes back to healing. I believe this is Mercury in Scorpio, Six of Cups. Six of Cups goes back and heals the nostalgic and somewhat painful memories. It looks back in awe and it sees the beauty, but it also sheds a tear of like, you know, look how far we've come. That was real. That was intense. I can't believe it's peaceful now. So wherever you are starting to be like, dang, I've come a long way, could have a lot to do with whatever it is you're interested in stepping into now. And it might require you to tell your story, to be vulnerable, to be real about your experiences, and to go out of your way to tell the story, you know, and to ask people for help and to be involved in what you're doing and to let go of outcast as equal to loneliness. This is not about loneliness, it's about collaboration and understanding others, which will make you feel like you fit in, like you've created your community, like you've done something for your community, and it's your community. It is specifically designed for you. The people in it do not disturb and irritate and stop and judge. You're building something here. And to close your reading out, we have Harvest. You're joking. With the Queen of Pentacles. So as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. Okay, well, whatever your idea is, whatever starts coming your way, whichever opportunities, whatever outcast friends you've got, buckle down and get to it, because it looks like it's going to be very successful. I do think it's going to bring in money, community, a whole lifestyle for you. If you know what this thing is, drop it in the comments below or tell me what you're manifesting, and subscribe to my channel. It's a great way to exchange for what we did here today. And until next time, I'll see ya. Bye. You guys, I made jasmine tea. Oh, hey, pile 3. Let's hop into your reading. Jasmine pearl tea, though, is so good, let me tell you. Okay. So right off the bat, we're going to start with your crystal. We have a plethora of oracle cards and tarot cards, all orbiting around this topic of what the goddesses have to say. How are they supporting you? What's in your world that needs some support, guidance, clarification, and validation? So starting with the crystal associated to your pile number 3, we have Carnelian. This specific Carnelian I've used with altars for Lakshmi, Kali Ma, anytime I do a love type of spell. This is like the very feminine power crystal. So I think this might be, you know, symbolic of the fact that you are magnetic. Your magnetism is very much growing. I do hear that some of you are going to be popping off on social media, or writing a book, or sharing something, writing poetry, dancing. There's recognition coming your way for something that you just adore doing. There could be recognition from partnership, romantic partners, family. You know, embracing this side of yourself, this wild side, is actually going to be like, all of a sudden I heard the word promote. It's like promoting yourself is going to prove very worthy, because there are people and situations and new beliefs on who you are that are going to change your life, and they're all coming into your life now, or they have been, or they will be very shortly. Yeah, I mean, what I'm kind of picking up on is when we have confidence, we start to see how our experiences change. And I don't just mean like confidence, I just mean you're more willing to really tell the truth, or there's just an easier flow of what's inside to what's outside, and you start learning like how beautiful you are. And that resonates in a way of wanting to take care of yourself, to make changes that you didn't maybe feel you deserve to make before, and it becomes easier and more graceful to shift your perspective and therefore your life. Not that you need major shifts, but you'd be surprised at when you make a small adjustment to the way you speak in public, or the way you speak to someone, or when you share your idea or a niche interest, or the way you move through society, who is watching and what opportunities can come your way. And I think this is a pretty broad range for this group. I think there's a broad range of blessings coming through. So let's go ahead and tap into the cards. We have the Divine Feminine Oracle to start. We have two different ones. Dude, I got Kali. I told you, I was like, I use this for Kali. Okay, Kali, the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. Stop! I mean, start though. And then we have Malachite, the princess of, I don't think I said that right, I'm sorry. Meow? It's Mao, M-I-A-O-S-H-A-N. Two different words. The princess of mercy. Shut up. I feel like I shouldn't say shut up because I'm not saying that to these cards, but whoa! Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. So I really like this because the topic of mercy has always been shrouded by patriarchal outlooks. And what I mean by that is, like, mercy can convey weakness. There's this story of like the predator and the victim and the prey in mercy. But what if in a more evolved context, mercy is this beautiful, powerful tool of change and compassion? When we have mercy on a mistake, we are able to grieve properly, to feel in full, and stay out of stagnancy. We have mercy on the things that have been painful, because it's not really our attack, but our response to how we're going to change that means anything at all in terms of our own evolution. Not to say that, you know, divine vengeance, I just don't think it has to do with, you know, this predator-prey archetype in the human experience. I think it's more about success. And I think that this powerful magnetism I was talking about has to do with recovery and being like, I deserve more. And however that looks, it's looking, no matter what, it's looking in the face of things that scare you, of things that you don't want in your life anymore, or beliefs about yourself and others, and not fitting in, and never having enough, and always being afraid of the other shoe dropping. It's like, no more of that, right? That have mercy on the part of yourself that believes that, because there's a more powerful, capable part of your mindset coming to the forefront and emerging and manifesting alongside of that part of you. And that part of you will be so grateful, because of what once seemed so scary is such a teacher in the future for you. And I don't think that this teaching is necessarily irritating. Sometimes I hear teaching and I'm like, oh God. I don't feel that way. I feel like it's about embodying and really believing in yourself. And I think that, you know, there could be people involved for some of you, like people who are so charming or have something that binds them to you, and you're starting to have a level of independence, which doesn't mean you cut them out completely. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but it's more about not relying upon them anymore, which can make a better relationship no matter what. Whether it's, you know, a partner who you love and care about, but maybe the codependency is too much, and you're getting the opportunity by God Universe to step into a place of independence that allows you to not experience such painful feelings. If that codependency isn't always getting pulled towards you, you know what I mean? There is space, there's room to grow. And this is not an irritating, heart-wrenching creation of space. This is, I'm evolving and manifesting. And I don't even really like the term manifesting because I think that there's a lot of privilege and pain that is behind it. But quite literally, you know who you want to be. You know some things you'd like to experience, some levels of success, wealth, home life, love, family, and you are either taking the tools that you've been given to repair what you've already got, or scrapping it and going a new direction altogether. And you're doing this in a very profound, mindful, kind, loving, self-oriented type of way. Very aware of how you will be affected and prioritizing the outcome for you first and foremost, because that will align you in general. Don't focus on them. Don't focus on how it's gonna be hard for others. Like, don't worry. Put you first for the next few months, okay? Like, and other people will naturally respect and adore you even more for that, even if at first it doesn't seem that way. It's going to align perfectly for you, so long as you keep being like, yeah, I deserve that. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm not talking to them anymore. I'm demanding that I'm spoken to or treated this way now, and I'm not doing that in a mean way. That's just my new standard. It's okay to do that. Or I'm calling in this thing. I will hand in my first draft of my manifestation to God universe, and I will be grateful when it comes back in its perfected material version, right? It might not look exactly how you want it to look. It'll be even better. It'll be even more aligned for you to excel, to grow, etc. I think I got my messages. I think I got all of them. Moving into the star codes, Astro Oracle, to tell us where this is kind of showing up in your life. We have the 5th house of passion, children, art, music, creativity, healing the inner child. There's going to be some time that you have open soon. A little bit more creativity and rest. There could be people coming into your life who really inspire you. There could be children around. You could be having a child. Someone could be having a child. Whatever the new life around you is, however it shows up in forms of passion or inspiration or songs or a new playlist or a new instrument or painting, coloring, drawing, whatever gets you feeling like, hey, this is just for fun. It's just for life. Those are the things, those are the times where your mind can bring up other little ideas it's been having for you to review and either process or move to the side. You know what I mean? Like, there is a moving meditation ahead of you where things just become clear, where you're like, okay, now I get it. And then it's easy because it's just like that implanted thing in your subconscious finally becomes conscious, and so they're both aligned, and so it's like you don't even have to really try that hard. It's just how you're going to start operating. It's just how you're going to start moving. You're just kind of rocking with that new perspective, and it makes these small changes at first, but then those small changes butterfly effect out into your life, and something major and grand has shifted, and you look back and you're like, dang, thank God. Thank God for that time period. This is way better. Moving into your animal spirit cards from the Kim Kranz deck. The other piles had one, but you had 2 come out, so I figured, what the heck. We have the camel and the snake. I love this. Like, this is kind of wild, honestly, because the camel has this insane endurance, right? I mean, it gets everything it needs to get done. Then we have the snake, this symbol of regeneration and shedding. It's like there is a contrast in your life right now where on one hand, yes, you are enduring. There are many things you must do, and it takes time and effort, and you're capable. But there's also a period and a part of you that says, right now, I need to rest. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Not today. Doing this thing that makes me feel like a kid again is much more important, and it's true. So when you have those moments, don't be like, I need to get this done or I need to do that. Like, take the time, take the opportunities, prioritize yourself sometimes, because I have the feeling that you have a period in the near future that is going to be very rewarding and also somewhat exhausting. Not in a bad way, but it's just like it's a good habit to get into now of not always overworking. Even if you have been overworking, starting to ease into not always doing that, so that when you have a bigger pot of gold that you're working for or that you're doing things for, you have this habit, again, that conscious and subconscious understanding of, yes, there's such an opportunity, there's such an amount of things I could be doing, but also quality of life is going to be highly dependent on not doing some of those things all the time, and getting enough sleep, and spending time with loved ones. Like, get it in your mind that that is equally as important, and you can heal whatever, you know, scarcity perspectives you have that hold you back from giving yourself a little break and a little fun. And so that those periods of fun, when you do get them, aren't marked with or layered with burnout or making bad decisions because you're trying to cope. It's like you don't have to go way off the rails, you know what I'm saying? Like, having that balance and doing it in increments and taking time is important, so that you don't go nuts and end up vacationing in a way that doesn't serve you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, a hummingbird just flew right by my window. Yeah, so that your heart can be experiencing things right beside you, since the hummingbird showed up. Also, like, a new lover could be coming in with that hummingbird showing up, because I feel like the snake and the camel, it's like, my humps. Okay, no. But, you know, let's just keep going. Okay, we have the, what is it? The Zen Goddesses Sacral Chakra Oracle Boundaries. And we have a little deer and her child and a bunny. And they're looking at apples on the other side of the fence. Like, what the hell? There are sunflowers in it too, which sunflowers always remind me of Oshun. I have a sunflower sitting right here. There's a level of beauty, definitely. Some of you, I think, maybe are wanting to have children, and that fertility is coming very strong, so you'll be getting what you want. You know, I heard 3 months, so some of you, it'll be in 3 months that you conceive. I have tons of spirit baby readings if you want one. They're on my channel. But yeah, okay, so again, boundaries is great. It fits right in. It's like, yes, you can do all of that stuff, but you need to put a boundary on your, I think it's your work ethic. Like, I think it has to do with your productivity. You actually have to create a boundary of not attacking yourself and living in stress if you're not doing so much, okay? It's not sustainable to be like that. So find out and do some research on your schedule, and when you are going to break away from your schedule, let that be okay. I know that that is the truth. Like, I know that it's not the other way around for you. I can feel it very deeply. Again, I think you have some sort of monumental changes ahead of you that is literally like, hey, there's a new version of life coming. Get some of these like calming techniques into place so that you know where to retreat to in a safe and healthy way. Okay, moving on to the Moonology cards. We have the full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Do I even need to say anything? Do I even need to say anything? If you have a partner though that's toxic, or a friend who's just toxic, and you know if you do, and you know if you don't, boundaries. One word, boundaries. And you're going to be able to do it. That confidence is there. Okay, when we have Kali Ma and the Goddess of Mercy, it's all going to sort itself out. Don't back down. I don't know if I should say it like that, but it's like, don't worry. These goddesses definitely have your back. What needs to be shed will be shed. Just looking at the camera all menacing, I'm like, okay. Let's get a little bit more clarity from the She-Wolf Tarot. We have the Hierophant, the Two of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Some of you may have a boss. Some of you may have a partner, a paternal type of figure in your life, and you're starting to replace their weight in your mind with the importance of yourself. And again, with the Two of Pentacles here, we have balance of doing that. You are allowed to give yourself what you need, and that will not break down the beautiful structures you've built in your life. You are such a powerful person. When you do decide to use your voice, it is always a channel, even when it's embarrassing, even when it's scary. Using your voice, drawing boundaries, trusting the signs and the synchronicities of what you need to take action on is going to prove worthy. Again, prove worthy in your life. Whatever you're leaving behind it's divine. It's up to you, and you know what it is if it is something that you're leaving behind, and you know what you're creating. You've got at least a little bit of an idea of how you want to feel in life, and that is something you're so capable of. And just getting you into the mindset of believing it's happening and taking the action to make it happen is what we're working on right now, I believe. And you're a channel. You're very psychic. You're very intuitive. You have the knowing. You have a gift. And that gift will be used to guide you so that you live a life where you have everything that you need and feel all the ways you need to feel to be satisfied and happy and peaceful. And to close out your reading, we have magical spell card, oracle, spell cards. Okay. Organization, purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. I love that. Number 42 card, which equals 6. We have abundance. Again, if you're trying to have a child, it'll happen. Or children could be around, and spending more time with your children is important right now. Wait, what did I just say? Oh, I just said the meaning of 6. And it's also the Lovers in the tarot. So partnership could be at the forefront right now. Okay, purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me easily. This is definitely just speaking to the fact that, you know, you can get it all done. Oh my gosh, I'm like at a loss for words. You can get everything done that you need to get done while also prioritizing yourself. You're organizing your mind, your life, and maybe doing that in the physical will be easy as well. Sorting out your action plan is useful too. If you have an envisionment of something you're manifesting, doing a vision board, making practical steps that you can do today, tomorrow, 1 month from now, 1 year from now, can also be useful. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know I was a little bit silly during it. If you did, leave a comment down below. Let me know how this resonated with you. Subscribe to my channel. It's a great way to do an energy exchange for this reading. And until next time, I'll see ya. Bye!